video is going to be a makeup haul, of course. I mean, can I ever just not do a makeup haul? No, I, keep on getting things and accumulating things. So we're just going to go through all of the things that I picked up and share with you guys what I got. So let's get into it. Okay, so I do have a couple of different brands. Nothing that I haven't tried before. These are all brands that I've repurchased from. So I repurchased from Sigma. I got some things from Colourpop, of course. And I got something from Nomad, and I also have a couple of things from Amazon. So the reason why I picked up these two items from Amazon is because I did open an Amazon card recently. And if you open an Amazon card with an order, because I previously had ordered something like back in July, they were saying if you open an Amazon card, you can get a $50 gift card towards that order, but the order that I made, they never gave me the gift card for. They said that I adjusted it, and I was like, I never touched it. I assumed since I didn't have the Amazon card yet, and it didn't give me an option to put it on a gift card, that I assumed that I should put it on my Amazon card in order to get the gift card, but there was no option for that. So, and then when I finally asked them, why is there a balance on my card, because I saw that there wasn't a balance on my card for like a month, and then all of a sudden it showed up in the middle of like August, I think, or at the end of August. And I chatted with somebody on Amazon, and they were like, well, you never applied the $50 gift card to the order that you made. And I was like, yes, I did. And they were like, but you can still use it towards another order. So I just ordered these two things because I wanted these for a while, and I was like, I literally only paid like $10 for this. So I decided to order two things from Haus Labs, because if you guys didn't know, Haus Labs did discontinue everything that was on her website previously. As soon as they hit Sephora, they didn't have any of those items available anymore that she had originally, because she went to a clean brand. But I was always eyeing things from the Casa Gaga collection that she came out with for House of Gucci, pretty much. So I did pick up two things from that collection, and I really wanted to get the highlighter and one of the blushes, so that's what I picked up. So for the highlighter, it's just one shade. There are a couple of shades in the blush. So the blush that I got is the Casa Gaga Italian Glam collection, and this is the Tutti Gel Powder All Over Rouge Blush in the shade Spritz. First off, the packaging is gorgeous. It says all the ingredients and everything on the back. I did want to get the Bellini shade, but it was completely sold out, of course, because that is the peachy shade. And then the other two shades were a little bit more pricey than this one. This one was only $17.99, I believe, on the website on Amazon. The other two were like $25 to $30, and I was like, this actually was the only other shade I was eyeing, so I decided to get this one because it was cheaper. So I love this white packaging. Now on the back it says the shade name and everything, and then when you open it up, this is what it looks like. It is such a gorgeous packaging-wise blush, but I cannot adjust the price of this full price, so I'm so glad I got it for $17.99, because honestly, I wouldn't even pay $20 for this, because it's so freaking tiny. Like, how overpriced, but I think it's beautiful, and it's such a gorgeous, like, peachy pink shade, and it's actually a lot more, like, subtle on the cheeks. I've used it a couple of times, and I really like the formula of this. It's, like, a really pretty, like, peachy pink color, and it's much more wearable than it looks in the actual pan. So I really like the formula of this. I definitely don't own anything like this formula, so I was very curious about it, and I just thought the packaging was absolutely stunning, and I love that it comes with a little mirror too. Like, I feel so like Gucci when I use this, that's what we all aspire to, right? To be bougie. So that is the first item that I got. And then for the second item, like I said, I got the highlighter. This was the only highlighter in that collection. So this is the Luce del Sol Tutti Gel Powder Highlighter from the Italian Glam collection as well. And I just got my nails done, so I don't want to get like my nail polish messed up. But I think these are the only two things that are like kind of difficult to open. So this is the highlighter compact, and this is obviously much bigger. But I think this one retails for like $40 full price, which is, again, pretty expensive. But thank God I had a gift card for this. It's kind of nice when you shop on Amazon rather than her website, because you would have to spend $49 in order to get free shipping on Haus Labs. On Amazon, you obviously get free Prime shipping. So this is, it says the shade name on the back, and I love the packaging, and it's so gorgeous. Look at this. Isn't that so pretty? I love the embossment. I love that it says Casa Gaga on the middle, and again, it comes with a giant mirror. I definitely think this would be more worth it full price than the blush. And this is such a gorgeous highlighter, you guys. I've said it like a gajillion times. Her highlighter formula is so underrated. It's actually stunning on the skin. This is such a gorgeous like gold shade. I'm not wearing it today. I'm wearing one of my Dior highlighters today. But again, I have worn this a couple of times, and it's just such a stunning gold shade. I love it. So this is beautiful on the skin. I have two other highlighters from her highlighter duos that she released like, I think summer of 2020, and I love those. So I knew I was going to love this because I think that she has a solid formula for mostly everything that she comes out with. She just could work on her eyeshadows. I hope with her new rebranding that she comes out with an eyeshadow palette soon. I'm guessing she's probably going to come out with an eyeshadow palette during the holidays, like maybe around this time or maybe sometime in November. I'm guessing she's probably going to come out with a eyeshadow palette. But anyway, those are the two things that I got from the Casa Gaga collection. I'm not sure what is actually available anymore from this collection on Amazon. I just got these back in like July, so it has been quite a while since that I've had these. But I really am enjoying them so far. So those are the two things I got from Amazon. And now let's get into the things that I got from Sigma. Now, if you guys didn't know, or I'm sure not everybody watches all of my videos because, again, I'm a very small channel. But if you guys didn't know, I fell in love with Sigma's eyeshadow formula this year after I tried the Sigma eyeshadow palette, the Sigma Ambiance eyeshadow palette. So I knew I wanted to get another palette from them at some point, and it's actually the one I'm wearing on my eyes today. So they were also doing a like 2 or 3 day mobile sale. So they sent you like a text to like a texting sale, not like a text code for like a sale that was more than what they were doing like the week before. Because the week before they had 30% off their whole website. And then for the people that were signed up for the texts, they sent a discount code for 40% off. So I was like, that's the highest that I've seen them discounted, I think, for quite a while. So I decided to pick up the eyeshadow palette that I wanted from them, the second one that I was eyeing. And then I also picked up one of the single blushes. So I picked up the Sigma Nomad palette and the Sigma blush in the shade Corderosa. So let's go into the eyeshadow palette first. And like I said, that's what I'm wearing on my eyes today. This is actually the only thing I'm wearing from this haul today. Everything else I have tried though, and I will share my thoughts. I just wanted to go back to this palette today. So this is what the outside packaging looks like. I love it. I think their packaging is so aesthetically pleasing. It always looks so beautiful and professional looking. And it says eyeshadow palette with dual-ended brush, not blush. And then on the back, it has what the brush looks like, and it has all the shade names on the back. So when you open it up, hopefully this one won't destroy my nails. I think I'm going to just grab a scissor because this one, again, is a bit hard to open. There we go. So when you open it up, this is what the palette looks like. It has this gorgeous like felt packaging, like velvety packaging. You guys know I keep my outer boxes for everything, so this won't get dirty. I just prefer that. That's just my preference. And then I don't waste the box or waste the excess packaging. I just keep it. So it says Sigma Nomad on the front. And then inside it does come with a mirror, and then it does come with a plastic insert. And then this is what the brush looks like. I really like their brushes. I mean, they're known for their brushes. They're amazing. And this is what the eyeshadow palette looks like. This is the 12 pan eyeshadow palette. So let me give you guys a quick close-up. Hopefully I'm not blinding you with my light, but that's what it looks like up close. And then I will read off the names. We have 7 mattes and 7 shimmers in here, just like the Ambiance palette. I knew I wanted to get this palette. As soon as I saw the color story, I was like, that is beautiful. And when I got it in person, I swear it's one of the most gorgeous palettes in person that I've gotten this year. Sorry, I got a little tickle in my throat. Let me just move this over here just in case if I need it in a little bit. So anyway, here's the eyeshadow palette. So we're going to start from here. So we have Haute, Sophisticated, Posh, New Mod, Avant-Garde, Edgy, Glam, Preppy, Vintage, Street Style, Flashy, Voguish, Artsy, and Grunge. Sorry, it's a little hard reading from the side. So this is the eyeshadow palette, and I'm literally obsessed with this. The shimmers in here are amazing, and their matte formula is just so good and so easy to work with. So I cannot rave about Sigma enough. Their formula is amazing. So that's why everybody loves them, okay? I mean, I know it's not everybody's cup of tea. There are some people that, but most people say, even if they don't love the formula, it's not, I've never really heard anybody say that Sigma has a bad formula. Like, they're a pretty consistent brand formula-wise. So let's just swatch a couple of shades. I am obsessed with these shimmers. They are so stunning. So there are 3 of the shimmers. So we have Flashy, Artsy, and Avant-Garde. Literally my 3 favorite shimmers in the palette. They're just, the swatches are not going to do this justice because there are so many sparkles and glitters in the actual shimmer in person that you're not really going to see it on camera. I can see it's like reflecting so nicely in person. Didn't I grab a tissue before? Oh, it's over here. So this one is, which one is that? This one is Artsy, this one is Flashy, and this one is Avant-Garde. I haven't been able to try these ones again, but I have worn every single shade in this palette once as far as the shimmers go, and I've worn all the mattes, of course, quite a few times. But since I had a couple more palettes come into my life because I'm crazy, that's why I wanted to whip it out today. So on my eyes today, I have Sophisticated in the crease, then I darkened it up with Street Style, and then I used Edgy on the outer, no, not Edgy, Grunge on the outer corners. And then for the lid shade, I used Posh, which is this really pretty, like, cool tone taupey shade. And then for the inner, the brow bone, I used Preppy. I love this shade for the brow bone. It's such a beautiful color. And then for the inner corners, I've been obsessed with this shade Haute for the inner corners. But Glam also is a beautiful one for the inner corners, of course. Y'all know I love my golds. And the swatches of the mattes for you guys, they're just beautiful. Like, so buttery smooth, but pigmented and just amazing on the eye. So this one is New Mod, and this one is Voguish. So there are a few swatches for you guys of the palette. I, of course, have videos on all of these palettes. I have a first impressions video on this, of course. I always do a first impressions on every palette that I get. And I also have like a more neutral, like chit chat, get ready with me look with this palette. So if you guys want to just check out a few looks with this palette, I'm pretty sure in that chit chat, get ready with me, I used this shimmer. Oh my God, can I put this away? Okay, so that is the New Mod palette. Where did I put the box? It's on the floor, whatever, that's fine. Okay, so that is the palette, and then I also picked up the Corte Rosa blush, and this one is kind of a little hard to open too, so let me not, again, ruin my nails. I literally just got them done. like an hour ago. Even though it's gel, like sometimes it can come up off your nail, so I hate that. So we don't want to ruin what I just got done, right? So I just love like this blushy outer packaging, and then the inner packaging is kind of like a goldish, it's like a rose gold basically, but it's a little bit more tan than the outer packaging. It's like a little bit more pink for the outer packaging, and it does come with a plastic insert, and I love the Sigma logo on the outside, and then on the inside it does come with a mirror. And then this is the Corda Rosa blush. It says Sigma on the inside as well, and it's just such a beautiful like neutrally like peachy shade. This is only my second blush from Sigma. I didn't go blush crazy or highlighter crazy in this video. These are the only two blushes I got, the Haus Labs one and the Sigma one. Look how smooth and beautiful that is. I mean, blushes don't usually swatch that great, and look how smooth and beautiful that is. It's just so ridiculously soft and smooth on the skin. I almost wore this blush today, but I wanted to wear my Pat McGrath blush today because I did go to Yom Kippur services this morning because it is Yom Kippur. But it's just such a beautiful blush. I've used this, I think, like 3 times at this point, and I love it. I could wear this every day because it goes with so many different looks, but it's literally such a perfect blush for the new Nomad palette, and I'm kind of eyeing the Corda Rosa eyeshadow palette from this collection because this is their biggest collection. Everybody knows the Corda Rosa collection from Sigma. That's their most famous collection. And then with that order, they were doing a limited promo where you got this Sigma Kiss Matte Lip Trio, 3 mini satin matte liquid lipsticks, and they all happen to be the ones that they came out with for the new Mod collection. And I was like, well, that's perfect because I'm literally getting the new Mod palette. So I got to try out their liquid lipsticks, and I actually have tried all 3 of these. So there's New Mod, Awaken, and Fable in here. I'm just going to swatch one of them. I'm not going to swatch all of them. So these are the 3 colors. So you have like a pinky, really pink color. You have more of a nudie pink, and then you have more of like a rosy, darker, warmer tone pinky shade. I think I'm just going to swatch the middle one. This one I think is called New Mod. Yes, it is. What do you know? And it's so cute with the mini packaging, but these are actually really nice lippies, and I actually really like the formula. It's a bit dry, but once you wear it throughout the day, it doesn't really feel dry on your lips anymore. Like once it like dries down and everything, it doesn't feel as dry, and it layers really nicely when you reapply it if need be. So I actually really like this trio. It's very pretty. So and I actually really like the formula. So that was a nice, really nice little freebie with the order. Yeah. So it says warm nude mauve, dreamy pink rogue, dreamy pink rouge, and dark satin raspberry. So yeah, very nice. Even though it says non-drying, it is a little bit dry when you put it on. Okay, so now we do have some things from Colourpop. Of course, y'all know I had to get a couple of things from Colourpop because, again, what is a haul video with Caitlin without a Colourpop order? So I did pick up a few things from the Harry Potter collection. I picked up the eyeshadow palette, I picked up the highlighter, one of the highlighters, and I picked up 2 of the lippies. So before you guys ask me about the controversy and everything, I did address that on a YouTube Live. I'm just going to be sharing the products today. If you guys want to check out my thoughts and everything on the Harry Potter and Colourpop collab, there is a live that I did like last week. It should be like right on my videos page, and it says like my thoughts on the Harry Potter collection. So I did pick up the eyeshadow palette. I just think this palette is so freaking cool. I absolutely am obsessed with the packaging. I think it's amazing. I think they knocked it out of the park with the packaging. So it says Harry Potter, and it says Wizarding World trademark, and then it has all 4 houses, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, Slytherin, and Gryffindor, and then it says pressed powder palette, Colourpop, and that's about it. I love like the little detailings of all the little like logos of things from the movie, like, and from the books. Obviously you have the Hogwarts letter, you have like the That's not the snitch. I think that's the quaffle from Quidditch. You have the Mr. Filch's cat, Nimbus 2000, the Golden Snitch, the Monsters Book of Monsters, the Sorting Hat. It's just super cute, and I love this packaging because it comes out like this. So it's like a cutout shield, and then when you open it, it's the same. And I love the design of like the houses and everything on the inside. I think it's literally so cute. And I love the back as well. It has all the shade names listed on the back. So this palette is officially called the Back to Hogwarts palette. And then on the shield emblem, it has the school and Hedwig and then the boats going to the school. And I just love it. It's so cute. And then when you open it up, it does open up like a book. And I love that. Even though somebody that I recently started watching, he said, I wish it opened up like a book. And it literally does. And if they did make it like more of like a thicker book packaging, that's actually literally copying Storybook Cosmetics' whole concept. And they actually did a Harry Potter palette like 5 years ago. So they, Colourpop has been called out a couple of times, not for really copying, but like copying certain names. But they do dupe some things. But this is not, and plus this is Harry Potter and Colourpop. So... But they did not copy Storybook Cosmetics. But it does open up like a book, and it opens like this. And then you have the 4 houses with the shield again and a couple of those little icons. And then it reveals the 30 pan eyeshadow palette, you guys. So I'm going to show you this way of what it looks like. I'm just going to show you guys a close-up of what it looks like. So super pretty. I am obsessed with this palette, you guys. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 mattes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 true shimmers, 1 glitter, and 1 super shock with tie-dye. I think that's right. Correct me if I'm wrong. There's a lot of shades in this palette. So we're going to go through the shade names for you guys. So we're going to start up here. So we have 30 shades in this palette. So there's 6 across. So we have Elder One, Gillyweed, Enchanted Keys, Mandrake, Whomping Willow, and Loomis. Then we have Hungarian Horntail, Great Hall, Patronus, Invisibility Cloak, Hufflepuff, and Floating Candles. Then we have Sorting Hat, Nimbus 2000, Forbidden Forest, Butterbeer, Golden Snitch, and Marauder's Map. And then the last row we have Dementor, Slytherin, Ravenclaw, Gryffindor, Pumpkin Juice, and Liquid Luck. You guys, I am obsessed with the formula of this palette. I think that this is one of their best palettes they have ever done. There's something about the mattes in this palette that just blend so beautifully, and the shimmers are just, they look basic, but when you put them on your lid, you're like, wow, like beautiful. This shade Patronus, holy bananas. It's like such a gorgeous shimmer on the eyes. Like honestly, even a swatch is not really going to do it justice. When I put this on my eyes, look how it reflects on my finger. It is the most gorgeous blue shimmer. And then this shade Gillyweed is such a gorgeous greenish sparkly goodness. That's actually a gorgeous shade on the lid as well. So there is Gillyweed and there is Patronus. Super, super pretty. I really was not expecting too much from this palette. I knew it was going to be good, but I didn't think it was going to be this good. So I'm just going to swatch a couple more shades for you guys. We're not going to be here forever. So we have Hungarian Horntail, Butterbeer, and... Wait, no. This one's Invisibility Cloak, and this one is Butterbeer. So let me just swatch these on the bottom here. So there are the shades. So we have Hungarian Horntail, Invisibility Cloak, and Butterbeer. So there are a few of the shimmers for you guys. Absolutely stunning. Like they're so multi-dimensional on the lid. And again, I mean, I kind of wish that there was kind of more of like maybe like a duochrome shifty shimmer in here. I also wish that they had like one shade for Snape, but they didn't do that. Like, of course, they have a Slytherin shade. By the way, the deepening mattes in here are gorgeous. Um, and they have Ravenclaw with the sparkle, which is also, this is a beautiful blue. And I love how they kind of divided it into two different palettes. Like, you have your warm tone side, and then you have like your cool tone side with your blues and your greens. So pretty. But this is literally the best collab palette that they've come out with this year, in my opinion. The formula in here is top notch. So, so good. And the mattes in here are so rich and beautiful. So let me just swatch a couple of the mattes. Oh, look at that. So good. Let's just do the black. I'm kind of drawn towards the black right now. The black is so good. Look at that blue, though. Like, are you kidding me? So there are some of the matte shades. So we have Ravenclaw, Slytherin, and Dementor. Dementor. But yeah, I really think that they did a great job with this. Maybe I would have swapped out maybe two of the neutral shades, because y'all know Colourpop love their neutral shades, but I do really love this. I've used every single shimmer in this palette, and I can say I think that they kind of changed up their shimmer formula again. I feel like the mattes are pretty consistent, but they are not powdery at all. The mattes are super rich and easy to use, very, very easily blendable. The shimmers feel a bit drier than they used to be, but I kind of like that because then it helps not just adhere to the lid better, but it also helps with the longevity. So I really like that, and I hope that they keep this formula consistent throughout the rest of the year, even though we're in October already. I mean, it did make sense when this came out because it came out right before October, and people think about Harry Potter when Halloween rolls around. So I don't want to hold up the palette anymore because it's a bit heavy, but just so y'all know, I freaking love it. It's so freaking good. So that is the eyeshadow palette, and then I did also pick up one of the highlighters. This is the Harry Potter Colourpop Buckbeak highlighter. This was the only one. First off, the packaging is so freaking cute. I love Buckbeak. I was kind of tempted to pick up the Hedwig one as well, but I was like, no, Caitlin, just pick one. You don't need both. And I just think the Buckbeak on it, I think it's super cute. I know some people were like, why didn't they put this on here? But that kind of costs more money for them to do. And I actually think it's adorable with the clouds and the lightning bolt. So cute, and I love the color. I love this blue that they did for everything. But this highlighter, so all the highlighters in the collection have this tie-dye finish to them. I'm not obsessed with this highlighter. It's pretty, but honestly, it's like nothing really that unique, and the tie-dye honestly doesn't really make it to be any different than like kind of a cool tone taupey highlighter. So it's pretty. But I feel like I have other highlighters from Colourpop that I like more, but I'm still like it. I still think it's very pretty, and I've worn it a couple of times. And then it says the name on the back. So that is the Buckbeak highlighter. And then the last two things I got from the collection are two of the Luxe Velvet lipsticks. So I got the Ron Weasley shade and the Hermione Granger shade. So this is the Ron Weasley shade, and it's just called R. Weasley. I've been up since 9 this morning. I'm really tired. Again, adorable packaging, and I love the attention to detail on these because it says swish and flick. Swish and flick. And I love the little chocolate frog and the Gryffindor sword. It's just super cute. I love it. And then the cap for the lippy has the frogs and the lightning bolts on it. Adorable. And I love, of course, the Harry Potter logo. So the shade R. Weasley is basically the color of his hair, which I kind of love. I think it's a really pretty fall. This is such a beautiful fall lippy. And I love how like rustic orange it is. So I really love this. And since it's in the Luxe Velvet formula, it kind of makes it a bit more subtle So it makes it a bit more of a wearable orange. I know this is not a very wearable color for some people, but the Luxe Velvet formula is not completely opaque on the lips. It's kind of a little bit more of like a pillowy velvet lipstick. So if you're afraid of this type of shade, I'm kind of glad that they made it in this type of formula for the lippies in this collection because they're not as opaque. So I feel like it makes it a little bit more wearable and less scary for like younger girls or somebody that doesn't love wearing like a bolder lip color. And then of course I had to get the Hermione Granger shade. So cute. Again, I love, oh my God, I forgot the name of her cat, but this is Hermione's cat. And then the side says it's Leviosa, not Leviosa. So cute. And I love, of course, it has a little book because she's a bookworm. And then for the lippy, it's this gorgeous, like, super nude pink, which I love. And it has the book logo with the lightning bolts again. So cute. And then this is the applicator. It has the curved applicator. And then this is the pink shade. So that's what it looks like for that. These don't swatch the greatest because, again, you have to build them up. But I really like this color. I've only worn this one once. I've actually worn the Ron Weasley one twice. And I really like them. I do find that these are a bit more drier than the ones I've tried in the past. So it just takes a little bit longer to build up the color. But it looks so pretty on the lips. So it's really, really nice. So that is the last thing that I got in the Harry Potter collection. Let me just wipe off some of these swatches because then we're going to get into the other things that I got from Colourpop. Okay, so then the last things that I got from Colourpop is, of course, I had to pick up a few things from the newest collab collection, and that is the Hocus Pocus 2 collection. So I did pick up the eyeshadow palette, the highlighter. Why am I holding it sideways? The eyeshadow palette, the highlighter, one of the glosses, and then the mascara. So let's go through those. I love how everything was upside down. So let's go through the eyeshadow palette first. So this is the Hocus Pocus 2 and Colourpop eyeshadow palette. And literally the packaging of this sucked me in so much. Originally, I was not going to get the palette. I was just going to get the 3 other items that I showed you. But then I was like, but the packaging of this is so fucking adorable. And honestly, like, I think this is some of the best packaging they've ever done. Like, they've been killing it with the packaging. But this, I mean, how cute is this? And I love that it has, like, the reflective metallic design. And I love the snake emblem. I love the animated drawing of the 3 sisters. It's just so cute. I love how neon it is. And then it has all the shade names on the back. And this is the Hocus Pocus 2 All Hallows Eve palette. And this kind of reminds me of like the brighter colors that they did for the Nightmare Before Christmas collection. Because some people were complaining about that the Nightmare Before Christmas collection was like too neon. Because they're like, they didn't think that it was Nightmare Before Christmas enough. But I think that this makes perfect sense for this. Like, for the Nightmare Before Christmas collection, they based it more on the Disney ride that's at Disney World for Nightmare Before Christmas, which has all those, like, black light and neon colors. So, I love it, and I love the whole vibe of this. So, this is the inner packaging of the palette, and I just love, again, that it has, like, the detailing on the inside of the candelabra and the cat. It's just so cute. And the spell book is just so adorable. And then this is the eyeshadow palette. And again, it has the shade names on the back. Hold on one second. My cake is done. Okay, sorry. Since it's Yom Kippur, I wanted to make a cake for dessert. So I made a vanilla bundt cake. I love baking and I haven't baked something in a while. The last time I did was for Easter, and I made a lemon bundt cake. Bundt cakes are just so easy to make because you don't have to worry about frosting. It's just like a glaze on top. So I made a vanilla one, and it looks really, really good. So I'm excited. And since it's been raining for the past 4 days, it just puts you in a baking kind of mood. My fellow bakers, I think you understand what I'm talking about, right? So this is the Hocus Pocus 2 palette. So let's jump into the palette. So of course it does come with a plastic insert. And then the top is so cute. I love that it has the three sisters. Just adorable. I love that they didn't put a mirror in this or the Harry Potter one, because honestly, I never use mirrors in palettes. I always use my handheld ones. And then this is the 15 pan eyeshadow palette. I'll give you guys a close-up again. So that is what the palette looks like. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 mattes. So I do like that it's more matte heavy in this palette. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's only, 6 shimmers. We have 5 true shimmers and then 1 new shimmer formula. I forget what it's called, but this shade Candle is a Light is a new formula for them. I forget what it's called, but I actually haven't used it yet. So anyway, let's go through the shades. So we have Candle is a Light, Spellbook, Cursed, Havoc, and 17th Century. Then we have 29 Years, Marvelous, Brew Another Batch, Wicked Ways, and Witch Hunters. Not Wench Hunters. But that would kind of make sense too, right? And then the last row is Cometh to Us, Doomed, Night of Sins, Observe, and Till Midnight. Now, I did post a first impressions on this, so I will share my thoughts and everything on the movie in that video. So if you guys want to hear my thoughts and everything on the collection, you can just check out that video, because I'm not going to go into the movie in this haul. So I just want to do a couple of swatches for you guys. Let's just do these 3 shades for the shimmers. So we have Brew Another Batch, Candle is a Light, and Marvelous. These don't really swatch that great, but they are really pretty on the eyes. So again, it doesn't really matter too much about swatching. And I hate when people base, like, if a formula is good, not swatching that great unless, like, there's literally no saturation or pigment. So these are really pretty shimmers. So we have Marvelous, Candle is a Light, and Brew Another Batch. Did I already say that? I can't even remember. And then I'm just going to swatch, I think, the orange, the purple, and the green matte for you guys. These are really, really beautiful, rich mattes. I'm actually pretty damn impressed with the mattes in this palette. So we have Doomed, Night of Sins, and Observe. Honestly, the mattes in here kind of impressed me even more than the shimmers. I mean, the shimmers are still really pretty, but I love that they added, like, basically this entire row of deepening matte shades, and I like that because they kind of listen to people that are like, why are your palettes so neutral? So I love that they added some really beautiful colors in this palette, and it's really pretty. I love the color scheme of this. The only thing is that this shade, Wicked Ways, is absolutely awful. I tried to use it a couple of days ago, and I just could not get it to stick to my lid. I tried it with a brush. I tried it with my finger. I tried it with applying more glitter glue. It just would not apply to my lid. So this shade is a complete dud. So minus this shade, the palette is beautiful. These shimmers are gorgeous. I ended up going in with 17th Century over this shade. It really wasn't that much to go over though, because again, I could barely get it on my lid. So I went over it with 17th Century, and this shade is stunning. It's such a gorgeous, like, I don't know, silvery purpley shade. It's so pretty, and I love it. It definitely saved that look, but I did like a green and orange look in my first impressions video. So I am still testing out this palette. I've used 3 of the shimmers. I still need to use Candle is a Light and this neutral brown. I'm probably not going to try and use this again because it doesn't even help or work. But overall, it's a really pretty palette, and I really like the mattes in here. I was very impressed. So if you want to check out my first impressions, I did like a red and, no, not a red, an orange and green look. We're almost done, y'all. I'm getting tired. So, again, I was up at 9 this morning. I'm very tired. So, that is the eyeshadow palette. And then we have a couple more items that, of course, I had to pick up. I had to pick up the highlighter because they have not done a highlighter for the Hocus Pocus collections yet. And I'm like, how is it after 3 collections with the Hocus Pocus franchise, you have not done a cheek product yet? So I'm so happy that they finally came out with a cheek product. So this is the Soul Body Find the Book Shimmering Body Powder. And at first I was like, oh my god, another Soul Body product, because I don't love the Soul Body highlighters. They're really pretty. But I just wish that Colourpop would go back to their older formula or the powder highlighters, because I actually freaking love their powder highlighters. But I actually really do like this highlighter. So the outer packaging is so cute with the cat and the moon and everything. And then again, it does come with an insert. I keep these for these because it kind of helps them keep longer, because they're like a cream to powder formula. And then this is the Find the Book shade. So this is supposed to be like a greenish duochrome shade. And this highlighter is so pretty. I like this highlighter a lot more than the one that I got from the Harry Potter collection. It's beautiful on the cheeks, and I use this in the first impressions video of the Hocus Pocus 2 collection if you just want to check that out. This has a bit of a drier formula than some of the Super Shock Soul Body highlighters that I've used in the past. So I think that's a good thing, because it applies easier with a brush when it's a drier formula, so you don't have to use your fingers. And if you're like in a rush, I prefer applying my highlighters with a brush rather than a finger, because sometimes it can move around. But the Super Shocks and the Soul Body highlighters don't move any product around. They're amazing. But this you can apply easily with a brush because it has a drier formula, and it looks beautiful, and it looks super intense and gorgeous. So I really like that. I like that more than the eyeshadow palette. And then I did get the Butcherson BFF mascara. It's so cute. Love the packaging. And then when you open it up, I also love the packaging of the highlighter as well with the 3 sisters. It has this purple tube packaging with the bats on top. I love the cap. And it says Hocus Pocus 2. And then this is a purple BFF mascara. I think that this is perfection. Love it. I think that this is so on brand for the collection. So this is the purple mascara. And I actually really, really like this. It's really, really nice on the lashes. So it says, here lies body of Her William Butcherson. Mr. William Butcherson died 1st of May, 1693, lost soul. That is so funny. And it says the same thing on the front with his zombie character, and I love that. And then the last thing that I got from the collection is one of the glosses. So this is the Winnie Colourpop Sisters Behold lip gloss. I probably should have gotten the Sarah Sanderson one, because last year I got the Mary lippy because it was like the nude lippy, and then the year before that I got the Winnie lipstick, and then for this one I did get the Winnie gloss. But I just thought this gloss was so pretty, and I love the green cap. And it says Hocus Pocus 2. And this shade is called Sisters Behold. And it's a really, really pretty gloss. Of course, it's already stained with the orange that I used with it. But it's a really pretty clear gloss. Let me try and wipe it off. There we go. That's a little better. It's like this really pretty, like greenish, whitish gloss, and it looks so, I love the So Glassy formula because it lays so beautifully on top of lipstick. Like, it doesn't really disturb your lip product, because sometimes some glosses can do that, and I prefer the So Glassy formula is my favorite gloss formula from Colourpop. So I knew I was gonna love this too. Let me go check on the cake again. Okay, and then the very last thing I picked up, sorry for all the interruptions, so that is everything that I got from Colourpop, and now the last thing I got... My boyfriend just made me laugh so hard. Okay, here we go. So the last thing that I got is the latest palette release from Nomad Cosmetics, you guys. I have not had a brand that has sucked me in this much in 1 year, in like 2 years. This is my third eyeshadow palette from Nomad. I tried the brand this year, with the Whistler Snow Lodge palette, fell in love with the formula. Then I got the Feet de Provence palette, and now I just got their latest palette release, and that is the Nomad Hudson Valley palette. I mean, there's no way I couldn't get this because, hello, I am a New Yorker born and raised, and the New York State emblem is right on the middle of the palette. Are you kidding me? I love the outer packaging. Hello, it screams fall. Then on the back, it has all of the shade names, and it says Hudson Valley NY, coordinates, foliage trail, and then it says inspiration, falling in love with fall. So adorable. Falling in love with fall. Hello, so cute. And I love like the rim of like leaves and the fall trees and the pumpkins, and it's adorable. I love it. And then the inner packaging is the same, and this is what it looks like. And then on the back it says Nomad Cosmetics and has just the location and everything. I really just need to move this really quick. Okay. So this is the Nomad Hudson Valley palette. It does come with some tissue, of course. And then it has a mirror. And then this is the 15 pan eyeshadow palette. So this is what it looks like. So I'll show you guys a close-up of it. Very, very pretty. Really, really like the color story of this. I mean, hello, it screams fall. Duh. So I'm just going to read the shade names off at first. So we're going to start up here. So we have Cider House, Fall Festival, Corn Maze, Farmer's Market, and Ghost Tour. Then we have Great Pumpkin Patch, Apple Picking, Foliage Trail, Mountain Hike, and Apple Cider Donut. And then the last row we have Oktoberfest, Wine Harvest, Leaf Peeping, Bed and Breakfast, and Farm to Table. How freaking cute, right? So it comes with 12 mattes and 3 shimmers. Now, at first, I was questioning whether or not I was going to get this because I was like, kind of like wanting more than like 3 shimmers in this, but I kind of love the color story more so in person. I mean, of course, that's what always happens. And hello, the middle of the palette has a New York State emblem embossed into the 3 shimmer shadows. Like, are you joking? And I love that for the leaf peeping, it's little leaves in the New York State. And then for foliage trail, it has the little trail symbols. And then for the corn maze, it has little ears of corn. Like, are you kidding me with how cute that is? And then the apple picking shade has the little wagon for the apples. Sorry, I keep on coughing. The pumpkin patch has the little pumpkin jack-o'-lanterns. Like, are you kidding me? The wine picking, wine tasting, whatever it's called, Wine Harvest has the grapevines in the shadow. Like, how cute, right? So let's just swatch a couple of these. We might as well swatch all of the shimmers for you guys because they're just so dang pretty. So far I've only used this palette once because I only got it on Monday. So I only tried it yesterday. Today's Wednesday, so I only tried it yesterday. So we have Corn Maze, Foliage Trail, and Leaf Peeping. So gorgeous. They really do like sparkle and shine in person. They're so pretty. And then I will swatch a couple of the matte shades. Look how pretty those are, right? Their mattes are insanely beautiful. So those are the 3 mattes. Look at that red. So we have Apple Picking, Fall Festival, and Mountain Hike. Sorry, that green was not the best swatch. So I will have a first impressions up on this either before this video goes up or right after this video goes up. So that is the Nomad Hudson Valley palette, and I think it's super pretty. I can't wait to play with it more. At least it's going to be an easy palette to try out, but there really was no way that I could skip this because it's a New York palette. And it's a fall palette for this time of year. I mean, hello, Nomad. Like, they're just so adorable. I can't stop purchasing their palettes. And their formula is amazing. So, thank you, Debbie, for turning me on to Nomad Cosmetics because I am hooked now. So, I love that it also is very easy to create looks with this. Like, this row goes with the gold really beautifully. This row goes with the peach really pretty. And the green goes beautifully with the greens in here. So it's kind of a no-brainer, and that's how they usually lay out their palettes, is in little trios. I just wish that... I actually really like this shade because this works as a brow bone highlight for me. It's actually just light enough and just not dark enough for it to work as a brow bone highlight for me. I thought it was going to be too dark for my brow bone. I just wish that this apple cider donut shade was like a matte orange, or like I wish that this was like a gray tone shimmer and we had like another orange in here. Like, I probably would have swapped this out. But again, this is kind of a good deepening shade. So the more I look at it, the more so the color story makes sense. I just think the gray should have been an orange. And then I would have been 100% on board with this. But I think it's so adorable, and there's, again, no way I could skip it. So yeah, that is everything that I got recently. I hope you guys enjoyed this haul. I also got this Ulta. I got this from Ulta. This is the Garnier Skin Active Micellar Cleansing Water. I've heard so many good things about this. This is the waterproof one. I just picked this up. I didn't pick up anything else from Ulta. I'm trying to keep my credit card balance lower. So that's everything. So I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know if you picked up any of these products. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And again, if you want to see videos on any of these or any further thoughts, I have first impressions on all the eyeshadow palettes that I shared. And yeah, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. So please like and subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram at CBW819 and check out my Poshmark at the same handle. Bye!